Hi, I'm Mary from Mary Stories, and today I'm gonna be showing you how to crochet this easy hat with a very beautiful yarn, and I believe it's a very friendly, beginner-friendly tutorial. Let's get started and see how to crochet this hat. So for this tutorial you'll need your selected yarn. I have used a yarn that Knit Picks kindly provided me. It's wool of the ant, a very beautiful 100% Peruvian Highland wool, a number 4 yarn, and to make the hat I have used a number 5mm or H8 in the US crochet hook. So make a slip knot and chain 25 chains. This is a bottom up hat, so we are making the brim of the hat first of all, and to make the brim we're going to use rib pattern made from half double crochets. After chaining 25, yarn over and insert your hook in second chain from the hook, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. This is a half double crochet, and we are going to half double crochet in each stitch of this foundation row. So yarn over, insert your hook. I insert my hook in the upper side of the loop of the foundation chain. You can either use 1 or 2 loops of the foundation chain, and you are going to crochet down the row of this foundation chain until the end. So I'm working a half double crochet now, and I have 2 more to finish this first row. This is my last stitch, and yarn over and pull through all loops. Row 2, we're going to crochet half double crochets in each stitch. So turn the piece towards you so you can see the whole half double crochet loop, and find this back part of the loop. There we're going to be inserting our hook. To start row 2, chain 1, and we are always going to chain 1, which does not count as a stitch, so make it a little bit tight, and yarn over and find this first half double crochet of previous row and work a half double crochet in back loop. Yarn over, insert your hook in the back loop, pull up a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all loops. We are going to crochet down the row, and just keep in mind that we have to always crochet the same amount of stitches, so we're going to have 24 half double crochets. If you want to make your brim just without folding it, because I'm going to fold it in 2 at the end, you can chain half the amount of my initial stitches, around 12. And as you come to the end of the row, just watch out to find the real last stitch where you are going to work a half double crochet. I work one stitch before the end, and now I have a last stitch. If you turn your work, you are going to see it clearly. This is the only thing that you are going to be very careful to work the same amount in each row. Turn again, and we are going to work row 3 the same way as before. Maybe you want to mark this first stitch, and after this chain one a bit tightly, and find the first half double crochet and work half double crochets. We're going to be working around 72 rows in this beautiful ciel color yarn to make our brim, which is going to be folded, and this way it will be heavier and more steady on our head. I say 72 rows, but maybe you want to work less or more rows. At the end you can try it on your head and find out if it feels good, if it's a bit loose or not, and fix the amount of rows worked for the brim. We are working now our last half double crochet for this row. You see how easy it is when we put a marker. You have to turn your work so you see clearly the loop. And this creates this beautiful rib pattern, and you are going to crochet around 72 rows. A brim should have a perimeter around 50 or 55 centimeters. In inches, that is 20 to 22 inches all around. So when you end up with your rows, you can join and try it on, and if it feels good, keep it as it is, or crochet a bit more rows or less. Just keep in mind you have to crochet a multiple of 3. This number is the right one in order to work our double crochet pattern. Now we are joining the two ends with slip stitches. So insert your hook in the closest part of the loop, closest to the seaming point, and from the other side the same, and yarn over and pass it through all loops. You have to match the stitches from the one part and the other part, so this seaming is nice and without any problem. As you can see, in this place, in this part, we have a small trace, and in the other part it's really invisible. We are at the end of the seaming point, so I'm going to fold it in two and try it on to get sure that it's the right size. This size is for an adult, small size, and for a child, small, around 2 years old, you should make a brim around 20 or 20 inches, yes, 18 to 20. Now we are going to crochet down the side of our brim, and I'm joining now, I'm inserting a new yarn, and I'm going to chain one and work a single crochet row. So chain one, and in that same loop where we have started and inserted our yarn, work a single crochet. And I'm going to mark this single crochet so I know at the end of my round, because now we are working in rounds, I will be sure where to insert my hook. So to work to the side of your work, insert your hook in a deeper place and take 2 strands of yarn together, not just one, so you don't leave any holes. We are taking from these 2 parts stitches. For every row we have knitted, we are going to work a single crochet now. Be patient with this first row so you get the right amount of stitches, and after this everything is going to be very easy. Don't be afraid if you feel that you don't find the right place to take to insert your hook. At the end it's going to be okay. Thank you very much for keeping company to me while I'm showing you my patterns. I hope you will love this new hat. It has a lacy pattern and I love lacy patterns. It matches with my latest shawl pattern, which I believe you will also love. It's a shawl with pockets. So we are at the end of the round now, and it's good to count your stitches now that you are at the end, so you are sure you have worked the right amount of single crochets. And I'm ready to join. I'm working one last single crochet and I take off my marker and join with a slip stitch in this first single crochet. Now for our row 2, round 2, we are going to chain 1, and don't forget we are going to use this very first stitch to work a double crochet, but for the moment work a double crochet in next stitch and a double crochet in next stitch, and now we are going to work a double crochet in the very first skipped, let's say, stitch where we have joined our round. Don't forget to pull up a little bit your yarn so you are working a bit loosely this double crochet, which stands in front of the other 2 double crochets and creates this beautiful cross double crochet pattern, which is made out of 3 double crochets. Mark the very first one so we know at the end of the round where we're going to join. And repeat the same thing, skip one stitch. This is the pattern we are going to repeat in the whole round. Work a double crochet in next stitch and a double crochet in next one, and work a double crochet in skipped stitch, inserting your hook from behind to the front, pull up your yarn a little bit and work a normal double crochet. This is all the pattern. So skip one stitch, work double crochet in each of the next two stitches, this row has a multiple of 3, so we are making triples, let's say 3 double crochets every time. Just don't forget to insert your hook to that skipped stitch. First pass from the front, then from the back of the loop to the front of your work, and pull up a little bit your yarn so it takes the right place. This is it. Now we are going to work this repetition until we come to the same point and join. I'm working now the last crossed stitch, so I have 3 stitches in front of me. I skip one, and work 2 double crochets, then 1 in the skipped stitch, and lastly I'm taking off my marker and join with a slip stitch in the first double crochet. Don't forget, chain 1 at the beginning of all rows, even if it is a single crochet row or a double crochet row, does not count as a stitch. And now repeat row 1, chain 1, work in this very first stitch where we joined. This is the only thing you have to take care, a single crochet, and mark it, put a marker. It's easier so you don't wonder where you are going to join, and take care to single crochet in each stitch of this round. So we have a 2-row pattern. Repeat. The first is the single crochet row that we have worked in the side of our brim, and now we are working the same row again, a single crochet row, taking care to not to lose any stitch. This is how it looks after we have worked 2 rows, and I'm showing you here how we're going to fold our hat. This is the last, let's say, crossed double crochet row. I have worked in this beautiful CL yarn 17 pairs of single crochet rows and 17, just a moment, I meant 7, and I want my hat to have a length of about 22-23, depending on how long you want it to be. So when you are finished with your length, do know that you are going to work 3 or 4 single crochet rows with decreases. So now we are going to chain 1 and use these 2 first stitches to work a single crochet 2 together. And after this we are going to single crochet in each of next 5 stitches. So our repetition for this round is single crochet 2 together, single crochet in next 5 stitches. To single crochet 2 together, you are inserting your hook in next stitch, pull up a loop, insert your hook in next stitch and pull up a loop. So you have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all loops. So you have made 1 out of 2 single crochets. I have worked around 4 decrease rows of single crochet, and that was enough for me, so I could be able to close my hat properly. The same way as before, join with a slip stitch and chain 1 and make a single crochet 2 together at the beginning of the round, and then in this second decrease row you are going to crochet in next 4 stitches a single crochet. So the repetition for this round is single crochet 2 together, single crochet next 4 stitches till the end of the round. It's pretty easy and creates a much less wide hole at the top of the hat, and this is how we want it to be in order to seam the top of the hat. So after working single crochet 2 together, I am working the last single crochets of this round, and it so happens that at the end I have to single crochet again 2 together, never mind 2 decrease at the same point, but it's okay, it doesn't create any problem. I join again with a slip stitch and we're going to work our third decreasing row now. Chain 1, work single crochet 2 together, we have made a decrease, mark this stitch and work single crochet in next 3 stitches now. 1, 2, 3. And the third one. So the repetition for this third decreasing round is single crochet 2 together, this is a decrease, single crochet in next 3 stitches. I'm at the end of this round and I'm decreasing the last 2 stitches of this round as well with a single crochet 2 together, join with a slip stitch, you can see how it looks now. Again chain 1, fourth round of decreases, single crochet 2 together and single crochet in next 2 stitches. This is the repetition for this round. Single crochet 2 together, single crochet in next 2 stitches. And we are close to the end of the round. Again I'm decreasing the 2 last stitches and join with a slip stitch. Now the hole is okay and I'm ready to sew the top of my hat. I have uh, 31 stitches now, and I cut my yarn leaving a long tail and thread a tapestry needle, and I use these stitches of the last round, inserting my needle in every stitch. It's very easy to sew the top of the hat. Again, if you want to make it longer, you are going to work more rows of our lacy pattern. So use all these last round stitches. There is no need to pull your yarn right away when you have passed through all stitches. You can pull your yarn. Thank you very much for all your support. It's very important for me. Your feedback is very important, and this can be given to me in a form of a thumbs up, comment and share on YouTube my videos. So pull the yarn so the hole closes, and then you have to secure the yarn first from this good side, then go into the other part of the hat and pass it from some stitches to hide it. Now it's the time to fold our brim and to sew the 2 sides of the brim loosely so it opens beautiful and you can wear it. And again I'm saying that if you don't like the folded brim, you can make less stitches at the beginning, less chains. Instead of 25 chains, you can work around 12 chains. That would be fine. To sew the brim, the 2 folded pieces, it's very simple. Hold it in place with your hands and make some very simple threads. Take from one part and from the other part. This way the brim is heavier and the hat stands very beautiful instead of being just one simple piece. You can find all my patterns in my blog as free written patterns. Also, you can buy and support my Etsy shop. It's a Mary Stories shop. My blog is the same. It's Mary Stories blogspot.com. Thank you very much for supporting this small crochet and knitting corner. Once again, I want to thank Knit Picks for providing me this very beautiful yarn, and I intend to make a beautiful shawl or scarf as well to match the hat. Here you can see two colors. Keep well, crochet, and have a nice time crocheting and knitting. From Greece, with love, Mary.